Bob Holtzman was my boss, my mentor, and my friend. He shaped my career, my life, and my very soul. He was notorious for his irreverence, which was shocking to some, but brought great joy to those of us who knew him well. I hear his words to this day, both in my mind and in my ears, as my children use his quips on me, just as they were taught by my using Bob's quips on them. An anecdote. After Bob retired, he met fellow JPL Graphics Lab alum Julian Gomez and I for lunch at a SIGGRAPH conference. Bob accidentally knocked over his glass of beer. Instantaneously, Julian and I chorused, "Clumsy oaf," one of Bob's favorite quips. Bob was momentarily stunned as his students schooled their teacher and was only able to parry with a weak "fuck off." Our laughter was met by an almost imperceptible smile as Bob tried to keep a straight face, but he was clearly delighted at our demonstration of mastery of his art. To those who might take exception to my anecdote, I say, get stuffed, just as Bob would have said. His legacy lives on in our memories, our stories, our accomplishments, and our lives.
Bob was not just a mentor at being a professional engineer, but also a mentor on how to live a life. I first met Bob during my senior interview day at JPL when I was almost out of university, and my session with him was so exciting I decided to switch fields. I had no idea what I was getting into. Bob made my time in the graphics lab a wonderful exploration of just about everything and set me out on a good course of life. I owe a lot to him, and I'm proud to be a Holtzman kid.
Happy trails, Bob, until we meet again.
I'm Allie Ray Smith, and this is a tribute to the late, great Bob Holtzman. Bob gave me a home and a home to my friend, David DeFrancisco, as we made the transition from the New York Institute of Technology to Lucasfilm. We knew we were only going to be at JPL working with Jim Bland on the Carl Sagan Cosmos Project for a short time. Nevertheless, Bob Holtzman made us feel perfectly at home. In fact, I think he's trying to make us think better about moving on to Lucasfilm and staying with him. He was a wonderful man, kind, funny, the first clear. I'll never forget that story. We miss you, Bob. We think about you. You were very important to us in our career. Thank you. Bye.
I can't believe my good fortune. Ivan Sutherland connected me with Bob Holtzman at JPL. Bob was the ideal person to work for. He let me basically do whatever I wanted to. He was always looking around to find new ways of upgrading our hardware. And I loved his sense of humor. From the Voyager flyby movies to the mechanical universe, I couldn't have done it without you, Bob. Thank you, and I'll miss you.